Go to the rant of a hybrid dictator. Last week, Asim Munir was speaking to a lot of overseas citizens of Pakistan. And he gave a talk, right? He talked. We don't know exactly what he spoke. He must have spoken for a long time. Interestingly, this was a talk in which Shahbaz Sharif, the Prime Minister, was also sitting. If you see the full video, you see him sitting. Why did he talk like this? He only spoke, only what he spoke came out. What the Prime Minister spoke has not come out only. What's going on there? Why did he speak what he spoke? A lot of analysis I saw on this thing on many issues, but I have my own take on it. And my own take on it, this is the beginning of an unofficial dictatorship or the hybrid dictatorship of Asim Munir over Pakistan. He's not got the capability or the guts to become an outright dictator. So now in the past, ever since he's taken over, he's put his political opponents into jail. Imran Khan, though he's the most popular, I hope Imran Khan takes over Pakistan, he'll destroy it completely. That's my wish as an Indian. But unfortunately, Asim Munir has put him in jail, the most popular guy. And every day he's in jail, he becomes more popular. And the establishment and this dictatorship becomes more unpopular. First. Second, what he has done, he's rigged the elections completely and he's got a government in place which sings to his tune. You just see, a chief of army staff comes, the prime minister has to sit and listen to what this fellow talks. And he doesn't talk there. The prime minister doesn't talk there. Only one man talk. Third, he's changed the constitution and the constitution now is playing as per what he wants. And then the judges will be appointed the way he wants. So he's got the legislature, he's got the judiciary, okay, he's got the political executive thing, everything he's tightened. He's a dictator, but he doesn't want to be a dictator, called a dictator. But he has to be recognized as one. This is the gray zone he's playing. And why my way of looking at it, this is a coming out party. This is a coming out party of Asim Munir to tell the whole world that I'm in chair. And of course, a few things have come out that is completely anti-India, which everyone knew. That fellow is radicalized because he's spoken of radicalization. Okay, he's spoken in the radicals language, right? And so many things. Okay, yeah, and there also he's spoken at a time when Pakistan has lost its, link. I wouldn't say links. It's standing with China. It's now seeking USA. Its whole, economy is in dumps, and it is near a failed state. A failed dictator of a failed state. What does he have to? What can he do? He can only speak this way. Okay. Now, what we'll do, he's spoken of a lot of things. I've seen the entire clip. And incidentally, this is also a doctored clip. This is also a doctored clip which has been put out probably by ISI for good effect. Right. So, let us go through this thing one by one. And we'll talk of it. I'll show you those parts of the story one by one. Okay. The first thing we'll see is his story of two-nation theory. What he spoke of two-nation theory. And then we'll talk of it.
पाकिस्तान की कहानी अपने बच्चों को जो है आपने जरूर सुनानी है ताकि वो पाकिस्तान की कहानी ना भूलें. Well, our forefathers they thought that we are different from the Hindus in every possible aspect of life. Our religion is different. Our customs are different. Our traditions are different. Our thoughts are different. Our ambitions are different. That was the foundation of the two nation theory that was laid there. That we are two nations. We are not one nation. So because of that, our forefathers, they struggled, mounted that incessant struggle to create this country. Our forefathers, they have sacrificed immensely. And we have sacrificed a lot for the creation of this country. And we know how to defend it.
So everyone is clapping. We know how to defend it. We are different from Hindus. We are a two nation theory, forefathers, this, that. We can't be like Hindus, all that. But what is the reality? First and foremost, can he defend Pakistan? The Pakistan which his forefathers created on the basis of the two nation theory was never could be defended. It never could be defended. It became now it's a three nation theory, really speaking. Where another nation has come out. The fundamental failure of this three nations theory is that Islam has not been able to keep Pakistan together. Why? Because of ethnicities. It is ethnicities which broke Pakistan, East Pakistan, to create just Pakistan way it is. And tomorrow, if it is breaking, it is because of ethnicities. Ethnicities of Balochistan, Sindh, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Punjabis. So the ethnicity factor is more important than his two nation theory of Hindus and Muslims. If someone says, look, a lot of people in India, oh, it shouldn't have happened, that theory is wrong, all that. I couldn't care a damn. Whether it is a two nation theory or four nation theory or Hindus and Muslims are different nations, I couldn't care a damn. All these chaps went out. All these Muslims who felt they were a different nation went out. And they're unhappy or happy there, let him be. You just think if we had all these fellows in our midst today, right? 250 million Pakistanis and 130, 140 million Bangladeshis, all Muslims, 400 million Muslim more than what we have. What would be the texture of India? Look, I'm not a guy who propounds Hindutva or Hindu theory and all that. These fools who came up with this two nation theory of Hindus versus this thing, they've actually made a Hindu India. As days go by, this will become more Hinduized. The opposite is coming true. I wish it doesn't come true. I do wish we remain a secular nation. But that's the way we are progressing. Every time that fellow talks of two nation theory, there will be a rebound out here. But in any case, that's not the point. I think that two nation theory is a complete failure. And for this guy to talk of all that is just to raise issues. Okay, what's the next story? Then he spoke of superior ideology. That book, Men Are from Mars and Women Are from Venus. So I'll put it, men are from Mars and women are from Venus and Pakistanis are from outer space. ये तो बाहर से आए हैं. They come from, from cosmic origin and come to Pakistan. Right. So what did he say about the superior ideology? Let's listen to that first.
You're not only the investors of Pakistan. You're, of course, the warriors, the soldiers of Pakistan. You are the light of Pakistan, which shines onto many countries of the globe. And the way that you are contributing for your country in the form of the remittances, investments through multiple channels, that show that how much of love that you have for your country. हमारे beloved जो overseas हैं, because आप एक different तहजीब में रहते हैं. Don't you ever forget that you belong to a superior ideology, a superior culture. जो इकबाल ने भी कहा था ना, अपनी मिल्लत पर कियास अक़वाम मगरिब से न कर, खास है तरकीब में कौम रसूल हाशमी.
So this fellow says he's from a superior race, superior ideology. Everything is superior in Pakistan. Superior to whom? Okay, let's talk of ideology. The fount of ideology, the Wahhabi Muslim culture or whatever that Wahhabism they talk of. I am not a great guy who knows all this. Comes from Saudi Arabia. Now, Saudi Arabia itself is saying, yeah, forget it. We don't want all that radicalism, Wahhabism, and all. Let's modernize. Let's go into something different. And this fellow says superior culture, superior thing. That's why I said, no, they come from outer space. यहाँ नहीं पैदा हुए ये सब. Okay, this is the ideology of a failed state. When a state is failing, they talk of superiority. This is similar to what Adolf Hitler said, no? Superiority of the Aryan race. This chap also is talking the same thing. दो कौड़ी के पाकिस्तानी ये, and he's speaking to whom? All the non-resident Pakistanis who are overseas residents of Pakistan. Oh, you are the shining light. You are my warriors and all that. What's the reality? Reality, if you go abroad, every Pakistani behaves like an Indian. If there's an Indian, he'll go and stand behind him and say, I'm also Indian. He doesn't want to be recognized as a Pakistani. And long back, second time I went long back, I'm forgetting now. When I went to USA and I said, yeah, how do you feel about Pakistanis? Oh, we feel Pakistanis are shady guys. They're drug peddlers and carpet peddlers. Oh, they do all shady tricks. That's Pakistan for you outside. Okay. And today Pakistan is surviving. Its economy is afloat only because of overseas remittances. If that overseas remittance fails tomorrow by any stretch of imagination, Pakistan is gone. Okay. So that is what this whole story is of superior ideology. He's spoken hell of a lot. This is more of a dictator speech. Okay. Than a normal army officer speech. An army chief doesn't speak like this. It's a dictator or ruler who can speak like this. Can you think of an army chief in India or anywhere in the world speaking like this? Not even in China. Okay. What's the next issue? He spoke of Riyasat-e-Pakistan. Oh भैया, Riyasat-e-Pakistan. ये सुन तो लो आप लोग.
आज तक इंसानियत की तारीख में सिर्फ 2 रियासतें हैं जो कलमे की बुनियाद पर बनी हैं. पहली जो थी उसका नाम है रियासत तैयबा, क्योंकि तैयबा जो है वो नबी करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने उसको नाम दिया था. और जबकि कुरान में उसका नाम है यसरब, या अहले यसरबा ला मुकाम लकुम फरजिउ, ये कुरान में नाम है उसका, जो आज जिसको मदीना अल मुनव्वरा कहा जाता है. और दूसरी रियासत जो है वो उसके 1300 साल के बाद अल्लाह ताला ने ये आपकी बनाई है कलमे की बुनियाद के ऊपर.
So after Riyasat-e-Tayyiba, after 1302 years, Allah Ta'ala has made this state. He says so. Whatever. That's what he says. And what are the catalysts for this change to come? That Riyasat to come from Riyasat-e-Tayyiba to Riyasat-e-Pakistan. In between was Lashkar-e-Taiba. This is the rant of a failed state. This is a state which has been a state sponsor of terror. So this is what this fellow has spoken. Okay. What next? Then he has spoken of a hard state. देखो hard state के बारे में क्या बोलता है ये.
Pakistan needs to be a hard state, a country whose all institutions, whose all departments, organizations, divisions, allied departments, they are working as per the law, they are fully operational, and everything has been done as per the constitution, is a hard state. ये सोशल मीडिया का मैं कह रहा था.
So everything is being done as per the constitution and it's a hard state. क्या नौटंकी है. What is hard about Pakistan? The constitution, which has been penned by him now or amended by him the way he wants. Does anything go by law? The law is what he has put. When you read, say, a guy like Jahangir Kazi, Ashraf Kazi, who was one of the renowned ambassadors, who writes regularly in Dawn, and I was reading him today. He says Pakistan today is marked by its weak governance, lack of law and order, societal breakdown, lack of discipline, and rigging, election rigging, and things like that. This is the hard state. In such a state, how can anything go right? Today, there's a there's a Ahmadi who's been lynched by Labek in Pakistan. That's your hard state. That's your rule of law. When a mob can go and lynch a person, what nonsense are you talking? And this hard state is struggling to keep this whole state together. Okay, this is the hard state story. Let's see what next. Then he's spoken of terrorism and Baluchistan. Let's see
Whatever
what.
little bit of the terrorism which is taking place in the country, and the people say, and the people they are mostly propagating. Whatever little bit of the terrorism which is taking place in the country, and the people say, and the people they are mostly propagating.
So he says terrorism, whatever little bit in that country. There's a lot of terrorism in this country where TTP people go into a school and finish 125 children off, and that's little bit. That's a sense of little bit. Okay. No. Sorry. Yeah.
Bit of the terrorism which is taking place in the country, and the people say, and the people they are mostly propagating, that with this kind of security situation, there won't be any investment coming to Pakistan. Well, to them, they must hear me very clearly now. You think terrorists, they can take away the destiny of the country from us? If this great Pakistani nation and the Pakistani armed forces, if 1.3 million Indian army with all their wherewithal, if they cannot intimidate us and they cannot coerce us, these terrorists can subdue the armed forces of Pakistan. और बलूचिस्तान जो है, जो कि पाकिस्तान की डेस्टिनी है, ठीक है, जो कि पाकिस्तान के माथे का झूमर है, तुम 1500 बंदे कहोगे कि जी हम इसको ले जाएंगे, तुम्हारी अगली 10 नस्लें भी नहीं लेके जा सकती. Inshallah, you will see that we will beat the hell of these terrorists very soon. Balochistan, you think this 1,500 people belonging to BLA and BLF and BRA, etc., can take away Balochistan from us? We have those brave fathers that who proudly shoulder the funeral of their sons and take them to the graves.
Hey, so what? See, he said we have proud fathers who take the funeral to their graves, of their sons to their graves. That's all they are doing. They're not fighting. What this fellow has not understood is, or not what he has not said, is it's not 1,500 terrorists of BRA, BLA whom they're fighting with. They're fighting with the millions of Baluchistan people. They're fighting with half their country in size. 44% of Pakistan is Baluchistan. A complete Pakistan army can deploy itself, nothing will happen. They're fighting with their own women. And then he says Baluchistan, he's addressed Baluchistan as if it's a separate entity. And he says Baluchistan is my destiny. Right? Yes, it is. The way things are going, it is his destiny. Baluchistan will lead Pakistan to its destiny of not being Pakistan, of being broken. It's a matter of time. Right. What else is he spoken of?
whatever did
He's now spoken of Kashmir. Let's see what he's spoken of Kashmir.
our stance, government stance on Kashmir is absolutely clear. It was our jugular vein. It is our jugular vein. We will not forget it. And we will not leave our
So Pakistan's stance on Kashmir is very clear. It was our jugular vein and it will remain our jugular vein. Unfortunately, the jugular vein has been cut. Article 370 के बाद there is no doubt left in anyone's mind in Kashmir that they will not be, they are part of India and they will be part of, not be part of Pakistan forever. No one is interested. So what is he doing? Who is he to talk of our territory? And then he says we have fought 3 wars with Pakistan, or rather with India, and India doesn't intimidate us. Why all 3 who lost? Which fool's world is this man living in? Right? He's lost all his wars. Kashmir is completely out of his this thing, control, or rather out of his reach, not control. And it is that. So what do you make out of this whole story? I put out point by point whatever points he has raised, what I felt about it. But overall, I went back to the thing. This is a dictator. India should be very clear that we are dealing with a dictator. That's the first thing. The second thing is this is a dictator who has not given one plan. In this entire, the important parts of his speech I have given, he has not given one plan, one iota of a plan out how he will revive Pakistan. He says Pakistan will rise. Oh yeah, how will it rise out on its own? There's no football pump. It says, is it a football that you pump air into it, it'll rise? Economically, it's finished. Right? So he's not given one idea of how to revive Pakistan. All his ideas are of Pakistan being a hard state, how we'll deal with terror and with Balochistan by beating the hell out of Balochistan. He'll beat them. So his intent is to submit Balochistan by force. No political solution, no societal solution, no winning hearts and minds of people, and he'll just beat people. So that leads to breakup of Pakistan. That will only lead to breakup of Pakistan. So he wants to keep Balochistan by force. So, and he wants to threaten India. And he thinks he is supposed to be a Haji and who knows Quran well and all that. He is invoking all these things with some mad ideas of being a superior ideology, as if he's a Martian coming from Neptune. So we are going to have a very difficult time with this fellow in terms of being able to make any headway towards any kind of peace. Let's be very clear about it. So we shouldn't even dream about it. On the other hand, we should give them a kick. The way I look at it, just tell them, yeah, you Pakistan, do what you want. You want to be a dictator, be a dictator. You want to be a hybrid dictator, be a hybrid dictator. And what's more, he doesn't have the guts to become an overall dictator. He doesn't have the guts to say, I'm the dictator. Danda marunga. He still wants the kavach of law, legality, constitution, and all that, which he spoke. Okay. And like someone says, he's like Aurangzeb or all those chaps who spoke of superior culture, superior ideologies. He's got nothing. He's a beggar, the way I look at it. Pakistan is on that level. Can they come out of it? They'll never come out of it. So we should be ready to deal with a Pakistan which is going to be constantly under decay. That's the major thing which I thought I'll tell about the rant of this hybrid dictator. We should know how to deal with it. I'm sure, I mean, really speaking, we don't need any great policy. Okay,